poles.
Oh, it is narrow, isn't it?
I know. So yeah, be careful of the poles, but once again, never know what your environment's going to be.
Yeah.
Hopefully the audio is not too echoey.
Down too long.
I was already stepping and it was like, it wouldn't give me the range.
Are we dancing too much? There's a bit of it. A couple of times we startled each other a little bit.
I think it's good for like defensive feeling out.
Yeah.
But if we need to change the ranges, go wider, change the speeds and tempos.
Right.
I just got enough to tick off my defense. I haven't done any of my other checklists yet.
No, I was
Yeah.
keeping it all defensive to start with.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's not enough time. Like, too early to tell.
Also, I don't feel like I'm stepping back twice while we're talking about.
Yeah, I feel like I'm still only doing the singles.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's it. 2 steps in.
I mean,
2
it is a
steps out.
narrow area.
Yeah, but even
But,
then, like we can get in here, it's way closer. Here you can still land. Here is out of range. So if we're out of range, we should be going to here. And as you try to go back, can we step in more? And that should like keep on them.
Right.
But yeah,
Okay.
it's feeling okay to me though.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're joking.
Yeah, you double pump with your feet.
Yeah. That's how I realized I was thinking too much. I wasn't present.
Yep.
I was like, because I was thinking about my defense, my head movement, my posture, my hand placement, not extending with my strikes too much, making sure I didn't want to create a bubble with my weapon, keeping you away. So I'm trying to not point the tip too much.
Yeah.
And also get back to the tip pointed for the defense, so I don't get hit, get off the line. I was ticking it all off, but it was making me think a lot. I realized once I found the measurement of it for the defense, now I'll go a little bit more blanket, be a bit more present.
Well, I just wanted to make sure with my defense it was pointed at you to start with.
Yeah, yeah.
And now I'm going to
I
slowly...
I did the same, just to keep you away enough that
Yeah.
I felt safe enough to get the timing and the measurement. Now I feel like I've got it, but it's only in one speed, so we can mess with the timing by going up and down in speed.
Yeah.
It's better to set up the fast ones by actually going slower to roll them than switch and change. But once again, I think that's the exact same mindset that I'm thinking.
Okay.
So like now you may have noticed I slowed down a bit. Like my movements were a little bit faster, and then all of a sudden they got more flowy. And I'm doing stuff, but I haven't changed the range, and I haven't changed my footwork, weight shifting as much. I just slowed the arms and the head movement. My feet are staying the same. That way it looks slower and more readable, but it means you're more likely to go for attacks now. It probably looks more open than it was.
Yeah, it's starting to open.
And it makes you think less like, if every time you go for something, I go bang and like come straight back, makes you want to try but fail because you realize it's a threat.
It's too reflexive.
Where if you do just an attack at me and I just go and float and do little ones, you can read it, so it lulls you into feeling safe. Yeah.
Okay.
But you need the range and the defense down first, which I think you've got.
I was trying to move it out of the way too. I thought I'll just parry that out of the way.
I think you hit a little bit of my cuff, but I don't know if it would have actually hit my hand.
No.
I think you like hit my suba and the edge of that a little bit.
Yeah. Because it was so slow, I thought I'll just as you move in.
I should have, as I've done it, I moved my head off the line, but I should have actually shifted or stepped more with the other foot and come around. It would have just moved my hand that little bit
All
more.
I had to do was spine and go around.
The suba protected me, but not every sword has a suba, so I don't ever like relying on them.
Yeah, I think I tried to spine without the footwork.
Ah, yeah.
And therefore it's just the hand.
Yeah, true.
And that,
Yeah,
it never works.
Make sure you're still doing roof blocks because it does get the feet off the line.
Yeah, coming up.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. I'll take it.
Oh, I don't know whether it just heard something.
Ah, fair. I thought it was just your sword.
Yeah. So it was a bit hard.
No, it's all good.
It's getting way too close.
Yeah. You're doing too much forward offense.
Yeah, I saw you just stop.
Yeah.
Okay, what's happening?
I was trying to slow down and bait and like change timing.
Yeah.
But every time I did a slow one, you actually sped up.
Right.
And you started to become a threat. Then you clipped me on the tricep. And then I was like, you know what? Now I'm just being slower than you when you go for fast stuff and putting myself in danger.
Right.
So I closed all my openings, tried the same speed, almost died twice more.
Yeah.
Increased my speed to your speed, and just kept my openings closed. And with your forward pressure, you kept going in, out, in, out, in, out. So now I'm just pulling back slightly, timing you coming in every time.
Yeah.
But I'm now giving you no openings because I couldn't see any openings.
No, everything.
So like every time you came forward, you're fully covered, and then you do something fast enough that I had to address it. I couldn't actually go for any offense, which meant you were leading every offensive thing coming in. So I went, I may as well just wait and try to counter.
Right, okay.
I was just timing it, but I had to be patient because if I tried to force the counter, you'd kill me.
Yeah.
But once again, if you slow your speed, it'll make me attack, which will open. If you're doing too much power and speed, I would shove up and I won't do anything but wait for counters.
Okay.
Yeah. And if you push in too hard, I'll come forward. Otherwise, it's more beneficial for me to just creep back. If you just dive in or do something, then I'll make you because then it's so detrimental for me to go backwards. But that's what I was doing at the beginning. So wider and slower and flowy with it, and it made you want to attack heaps.
Right.
Which is good. But when all of a sudden you got too aggressive with it, made me shell up and took away all your options.
Okay.
Yeah. It's good. It's a good fight psychology lesson because it's making you realize how much your actions are affecting how the other person goes, and you go,
yeah,
I want them to act this way. How can I psychologically trick them into helping me?
It's hard because before I started too slow.
Yeah.
And ended up getting hit every time.
Yeah. Halfway through that, before I got that thrust counter, I knew what I had to do to make it work, but I wanted you to recognize what was happening first.
Yeah.
So the answer was to do what you needed to do as well, which was once again just do slower ones and then me start slowly opening it again and just making it so you start going for it a bit more and feeling comfortable. But
Yeah, because there was no wide
yeah,
shots.
but if I do that, it would just it once again makes you go for stuff, but it wouldn't help you fix your origin.
Yeah.
So I'm like,
Okay.
it's just making you identify that in the middle of all that.
Right.
So if all of a sudden you see me just shell up like this, I start doing the toes, and if the toes don't work, then I do the disparity. Yeah. Yeah. See, actually, that right then made me want to step and chase you. Because you were here and you floated there, and it made me want to go like this.
Come back.
That was good.
Also, I didn't want to react.
Yeah, but once again, I think it was your fast reactions were cancelling a lot of my moves.
Yeah.
So and that's what I learned from the disparity of the small versus long. If we're always trying to enter and on the edge looking like this, then they're not going to actually commit. They're going to do fast whippy ones and come straight back.
Yeah.
Where if we actually look like we're just floating and we're open, then they're going to get relaxed and they're going to start chaining offense and then mistime something. And, yeah.
That's where I start using more of my footwork and my head than the weapon.
Yeah.
I just start
And
trying to
that
float.
was the lesson like last time with you, is that you were using your weapon too much and flicking out, and he's using your full range.
Yeah.
But if instead you shorten the strikes, widen the footwork, and used your feet more, it's more like you're stepping and moving. And it's feels like it's all on your feet and you're moving around it.
But don't react, like if you do a shot, just move back.
That's it.
Move in.
You can
Don't-
still move
don't
around
beat.
it. Like I can still go here.
Yeah.
But it's not like you
You're
go
not
for
like
it. It's not like I go here
Yeah.
and I'm aiming at you.
Yeah.
You'll go for me and I'll do here, but it's still kind of pointing
Yeah,
over your
it's still
shoulder,
blocked
which
enough.
lets you do something like that.
Yeah.
If I move now, I can do stuff.
Right.
Yeah. It's holding back the defense long enough to make them commit to something. It's very much like the same setup as the backside thrust. Where if we just go 1, 2,
Yeah, you gotta
people
go
move.
around it.
Where it's more like you go, oh, I've missed this.
Yeah,
and
you
then
think,
as
oh,
they
that's
go,
good.
then you can time it. But if you don't wait for their offense or time it properly, it just doesn't work. Especially against like trained opponents.
Yeah.
This is good though.
Okay, and I
This
think
is why I wanted to do katana first, because I felt like you have this on the machete and the knife. I think just the range of the katana creates a bigger bubble.
yeah.
And it also has slower movements, so it makes you feel less safe because it's got less flexibility. And they also have way more power, so it makes you a little bit less wanting to enter. Even though we can hide behind it, we know that it can still hurt and get you pretty good.
I think other times when I decided not to use the weapon when I was floating,
Yeah.
I was only using my floating but not still coming behind the weapon.
Yeah.
So-
Make sure you don't float it out vertical.
Yeah.
Still make sure you're
It
doing the
starts
diagonals.
doing this, but then you chase
still
it
head
down
movement. Yeah.
because I was just doing the head movement.
Yeah. Which once again is
So-
a good bait. It makes me follow.
I
A
still
lot
need
of
to-
time, I'll do that on the first one.
Yeah.
So like you'll go for me on something,
Yeah.
and I'll go here, and then as you
Yeah.
go, like now I've got
Yeah.
off the angle. And if you go for something else, now I can step and keep going. But it makes you chase and follow. The first one on the vertical is actually a very good bait, as long as you don't get hit.
On the first.
yeah. But I haven't been hitting you on the first one. It's
No.
more when you continue to go back or re-enter.
Yeah.
Maybe do 2 backwards and then come back in on the
Straight.
vertical, and I time the foot. But if you do diagonal, it makes it really hard because it changes the angle of your arms and your neck and head. And, yeah.
I saw it, I went, oh god.
No, you're good, you're good.
Yeah.
Add a little bit more of the roof block,
Yeah.
because that really makes me take away the hand options. Already, you can see how much closer we're getting. And at any point, you can still do a
Yeah.
fast one. But you realize you did like a dozen fast ones before, and none of them land.
No.
Because I'm ready, I'm defensive, and I know that's what you're going for. So I was trying to tell Hunter, I was like, your first few fast ones are annoying, but once you've done 3 or 4, I have the measurement and timing, and now because it's the same speed the whole time, it actually makes my setup easier. Now my timing on the counters is the same, I can just focus on measurement. And I'm like, but if you vary the levels, I can't time things properly. And then I have to really pay attention to that, as well as measurement, as well as counters. And like the engaños are a pain in the ass. If you start messing with the measurement and timing of the engaños, turn something like 30 or 40 moves into hundreds. It's too much.
Yeah.
Wait, before I do disparity. wait a second.
Yeah. Make
Do it
sure you're
safer
moving.
first.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nice. Oh, nice. Give me 1 second. Let's get the one. Do another 5.
Right.
like I said, this is feeling good. And you're in the right range now.
Yeah,
the thing we can occasionally do is we could go here, and if you pull backwards, I would.
Yeah, just see.
And once again, make sure you're below it.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you pulled back and went here, it's not hard for me to do other stuff.
Yeah.
Or come through the disparities. I'm not doing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just remember, you got to get that leg behind them to be definitive.
Oh, definitely.
If you don't lock it in on the tricep and the leg, probably you duck under again.
Yeah.
You're still searching for your own. Oh, just.
Yeah, I was thinking.
Yeah, you went under.
Yeah.
And you looked over the fence.
Yeah.
And then you.
I needed to roll a bit.
Yeah. As you do that, kind of look through this part.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Roll with
Because
it.
you had the right height on it, but when I saw you look over the fence, I was like, oh, I can always just trust.
I just needed to get down.
Yeah. But it's already feeling better.
Yeah.
Oh, thought I had that.
I ducked into it. I was thinking I need to get under.
You slightly too much weight shifting.
Yeah.
I saw you slightly plant, and as you did, it went from being like diagonal here to almost, see how it's almost flat. When you went down to flat here, I realized I can almost do a little flat to this.
It was bad timing. I was thinking I'm getting closer. I should roll it.
You're behind it, but I know that you a lot of time will go here and then start to come back up.
Yeah.
So I was like, if I can just tap that, I can come in.
Yeah.
But I think it was more the weight shifting. Your head placement was actually okay. You don't actually know what it is as well.
The timing was
No,
right.
it's also, you're doing that V. You're going here and back. If you went here and took that Jarillo line, it takes away the option.
Right.
You're not doing the pivot. Yeah. Yeah, so you're gone.
Yeah.
I had to do like 2 or 3 turns just to realign. Yeah, rolling is good though.
Yeah, there's a time and a place.
That's it. Kept you safe there. No,
Yeah, there was a little spray.
But you're now seeing the setup that I'm going for.
Yeah.
Now I'm doing this, and then you're getting a head off the line.
Yeah.
Which is making
Cutting
you
it around.
slow. Yeah. Even if I scraped you that time, it was way less than the first.
Yeah.
I feel like you saw that one.
Oh, I could get around.
I feel like the one before you got startled. This one you're already in motion with a better timing, so you can start to see it.
Yeah.
But I feel like you, once you get a bit more of your little swagger going, I feel like you'll dodge it. I think that's the last thing you need. You're doing well with the ranges,
Yeah.
but I feel like you're still mostly only coming in with offense. Like you're coming closer.
Yeah.
But it's more like you're now coming to the edge and then going to this, but it's still almost extended.
Right.
So I'm like, almost, try that thing where it's like T-Rex
shorter
arms
arms.
and see if you can like cut with the step.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, or just randomly like do a little one, but then turn into the defensive and coming in with the feet.
Yeah,
So
I'll
I'm
keep
like,
it T-Rex.
Because
I think a lot
I'm
of these-
occasionally going to here, and it's
Yeah.
making you float backwards,
Yeah.
but you should almost be mirroring me.
Right.
So I'm like, if I step in with your left foot here and roll,
Yeah.
like that, and then if I randomly went here, see, it doesn't actually change anything.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you're staying in, which now gives you opportunities. If
Right.
I overly commit to the feet, you can jam me and get like a definitive finish.
Right.
If I step backwards, I'm still in range for a long distance.
Yeah.
I can do a couple more minutes because this is
Yeah, I know if I overextend, you can easily move the tip around.
Yeah. That's what happened before.
Yeah.
You came out just a little bit,
Yeah.
and I was like more middle. I was able to just move that,
just
go back.
where I've got it solid.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
where you go. I've done a test and it hasn't
That's it,
worked.
because I think a lot of people will do a halfway
Yeah.
and start stepping. So if you just step with it on you, it's so much more solid at the beginning. Especially if you try to do those little deflections where you get off the line, and it's really on your body still, makes it really tough.
Okay.
But try to use the lower section. Like do a shot at me.
Yeah.
So like it's really that lower, like
Yeah.
1/3 of a quadrant, and I'm simultaneously stepping, shifting my weight, and gets my head off the line here. That alone, Ray whips that tip in.
Yeah.
But if you step backwards with an umbrella, that will still, a lot of time that'll be here, like without you doing that. Yeah. So if you just step backwards, that misses you, but then that will hit you afterwards. Yeah. Almost. That you realised what I was doing and then ducked under it. So
Yeah,
you dodged it.
because I tried yours and you went, oh shit, I'm extended.
That's it, you read the movement. Oh, nice, you got my thumb. Nice, didn't get cut.
It started, I went, oh god, I'm so deep.
I was having a problem with the stepping forward every time. I'm like, oh, my hands are so
As
close.
soon as you went down that low, I went, oh god.
Yeah, no, it's feeling pretty good though.
Yeah.
Do you want to do a couple more or do you want to switch out?
Maybe just a minute more.
Yeah, no worries.
We'll just do one more bit.
Yeah, no, it's feeling pretty good. Just thinking.
I'm still getting occasionally flat-footed somewhere,
Yeah.
but I'll just keep working on that. I can just feel it. I go, like then, I was
Yeah.
flat-footed. I couldn't turn
No, that's
anywhere.
it. Well, make sure you're still like just swaggering off to either side with your head.
Yeah.
Short strikes, wider steps.
All right.
I'm occasionally going to do the Sparring.
Yeah.
The footwork's keeping me so happy. Oh, super.
Jeez.
Oh,
bit of a strike.
Once again, I was just doing the tiniest of this.
Yeah. Once again, should have been more solid, I think.
I'm just trying to do tiny spines, but when I do it, even that one was a bit higher on mine, but it was still high on yours as well, so it was okay.
But you could
if it was
just
here,
use
it
step.
wouldn't work.
Yeah.
It has to be at least even or in my strength of the area.
Yeah.
But when I'm doing it, I'm not.
No, it's a small.
I'm almost trying to point it at you to go straight in. Yeah. Oh, nice. That's good. The footwork's the only thing keeping me safe right now. Actually, that's super saved me a few times.
Yeah, it is good. Alright, we'll try something. Yeah, cheers, mate.
Legend.